Okay, game 3. They're both tied 1 apiece. I honestly can't say anything about what happened in game 2. Like, at all.
We'll just see how this goes.
The funny thing is, in a fair fight, Ryoken has the advantage, but Drat's triggering makes this not a fair fight, which is strange.
I mean, yeah. But by the way, has Drat gotten tails 3 times in a row?
I think so. I wasn't paying any attention. Has he gone first 3 times in a row?
I believe so.
Huh. We'll have to see that in playback. If it is, if he hasn't, that's crazy.
I know he went first last game.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, that's strange, but at the same time, okay, that makes it completely pointless. I mean, in a way, that's good for him because he just prevented the possibility of a Gatling Claw Dragon.
They both got a grade 3. I just don't know what Rio got. But there's an Ash Gull behind the Vanguard, so yeah.
That's usually what Ryoken does to prepare for Transcendence.
Yeah, I know.
And it's kind of funny that this is the first game where he's gotten to do that.
Yeah. But now Drat is kind of going in. Last Blade and Bruno.
It's weird
Critical.
because he's kind of made a habit to not go in really hard, really early, and in this game he's just kind of screwing all of that.
Yep.
But
There's
then
Cruel
again, he's
Dragon.
not going
Cruel
in really
Dragan.
hard.
That thing.
Cruel Dragon, and that guy. Heal trigger.
So that's pretty much kind of. Well, that negated the heal trigger, so it's only a 10k guard. I mean, unless he attacks a rear guard.
And he's gonna attack a rear guard.
And Drat's gonna let it die?
Well, Drat would have to drop 2 cards to let it to actually keep it,
Yeah,
versus
no.
what he's gonna have to do anyway.
Yeah.
I'm
And.
guessing, yeah, he's unflipped 1 after.
Yeah.
Usually people will just counterblast 1 for it, but
Well, I'm
nothing
lazy,
wrong
so
with
that's
either
fine.
or. And this is
Yeah.
what I meant by that thing has a double utility as a booster and an attacker.
Yeah. Damage critical. So that makes it guarding this turn a lot easier.
Yeah. One thing that Ryoken does, if he can drop 1 card to guard, he'll
Yeah,
drop
if he
1
can
card to
guard for it,
guard
he
no matter
will.
what.
Yes, we see
And
Transcendence.
early game Transcendence.
It just. Does he have a Transcendence? Oh, I was about to say, does he have Transcendence in hand?
No, he hasn't. Now he has
Transcendence? Now
Transcendence
he
in hand.
does.
Now he has
um,
Transcendence in hand.
that field is about to get fucked.
It depends on if Drat gives him 4 damage or not. Now that he's seen that another Transcendence is in hand, he might hesitate giving him 4 damage.
If he hesitates giving him 4 damage, it's kind of retarded. Because he's himself is at 4 damage.
Yeah, but at the same time, he needs to be in a position where he can refill his field from the loser's field.
Bruno and heal trigger. So,
This is where it comes down to it. Let's see what he does about that. Because to be honest, both of his columns are
and there's a
10k
draw.
blockable. Yep, and he took it.
Now he
He's
only
at
has
4
to drop 10
damage.
instead of 5. Oh, he's at 4 damage. So we're about to see.
So the end of the field.
Yep. Blazing Flare. Is he going to call my heroic? Yep.
Yep. The
That
end of the
column is
field plus
ridiculous.
55k
That is.
column.
Yeah. That he hit me with that last night. I was like, he prevented my limit break. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm gonna have to take a risk this turn. And he didn't crit me, so I was just like, yes.
I thought about it when I looked at this type of situation and whatnot. It made me think, does this counter Overlord?
Yes and no, because the very next turn after his, I got limit break back.
And you dropped your entire hand, didn't you?
Yep.
Because you
Kind of.
do that.
Well, yeah, I do that because I can.
He's guarding that. And he's gonna take 55k to the face.
Oh my god.
Really? Really?
That
Heal.
makes
Really?
1, 2. Alright.
Oh
On
yeah, the
trans.
heal doesn't heal because
Yeah,
transcendence.
transcendence.
So yeah.
That's a thing.
Those are negated. Those are
Mhm.
negated for the rest of the game.
Damage triggers are negated for the rest of the game.
No, that's what I mean is 6 heals.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that how I beat Reborn one time?
I think so.
I think we actually have that fight on the channel.
Maybe. I'd have to look. I know that you beat
Oh
someone with
my god.
Oh my, what?
That's 4 heals out of his deck, I
Really?
believe. I believe that's 3 or 4 heals out of his
I
deck.
know 3, because there's one in the drop zone.
There's. Yeah. No, he drive checked one earlier, I believe. Or unless he just recently used it to guard.
Maybe. He dropped that from hand, right?
What, the Bruno? Yeah.
Okay, it was from hand to drop zone. For some reason, probably because I'm lagging, it looked like it came from the deck, but it's probably because I'm lagging. No draw from draw trigger.
Oh, no draw. So, Drat will start this turn with 5 cards against an overwhelming Kagero 7 card hand.
By the way, I just realized that Drat forgot to return Holy Shine.
Yeah.
I think I did that with against you once.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
It is one of the most horrible things. By the way,
Well,
Drat almost did that completely wrong.
well, I mean, technically it was already on the field, so we should just kind of not let that happen, but eh.
Technically, it was.
Also, if I were him, I would have gone after Blazing Flare.
Well,
I know that's a 15k column, but still.
here's the thing. He's going by the mindset it's a 15k column, I don't have to care. But at the same time, if he had taken actually no. He can't get 3 soul anymore.
Nova.
Unless he
His
has
deck
two
has
sealed
retired cards.
unless he has two seal dragon arc pinch, the 55k column can't happen anymore.
50k, 5k column isn't really needed at this point.
True.
All he needs is that column to become a 23k. That's all he needs. Uh,
Drat is doing everything in his power to survive.
yeah. He might. Unfortunately, he might have just won this turn. I don't know.
It depends on if Rio can. Well, keep in mind, Ryoken can afford 1 damage right
Yeah,
now.
he can afford 1 damage, but I believe unless he has a perfect guard in his hand, he's going to no guard the Vanguard. And there's a critical.
So that decreases Drat's chance of actually pulling one in the twin check.
Knowing Drat though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like he runs an 8 critical deck, and 5 of them are already out of deck from what it looks like.
And there are only 10 cards left in the deck.
Honestly, his best bet right here is just to, unless he can afford it, no guard the Vanguard, because
Well,
that's
that's
the only.
probably why he's thinking right now, because 31k, depending on what he would want to do, he might be able to afford it. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I think he's counting triggers at this point. A critical here would be horrible, but it's hard to see it happening. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he has 8 criticals, 5 of them are out of the deck right now. So he only has a 3 out of 10 chance. Thank you, Skype. Taking every precaution so stuff like that doesn't happen, and it still happens.
And of course, my computer decided to drop right at that moment.
Better yours than mine, considering what's happening right here. Ryoken is thinking really hard
Really, I
because,
have time to get on.
huh?
I have time to get on.
Yes, Ryoken is
Oh my
thinking
god.
really hard.
Yeah, dude, I don't know why. I think there's something wrong with my Ethernet cable or just my computer in
Well,
general.
keep in mind your internet service provider might just be effing with you. That happens to me all the time.
No, it's just my computer. It's not anything else. It's just the computer. I'm still on my PlayStation Network account. I don't know how to feel about this.
Maybe it's a bandwidth thing.
Possibly.
Like being on your... The fuck?
What?
Why does Drat blame me for forgetting the limit break?
I haven't gotten to that point. I'll figure it out in a second.
No, Drat just yelled out, I blame you, Nova, because I forgot that LB. I'm just thinking, what the fuck did I do
Well,
about that?
I mean, Nova, you're easy to blame. That's why.
For everything in life?
Yep.
Yeah, it makes sense. Is he about to one pass?
Hang on. I'm catching up. Catching
Okay,
up.
he's two passing it.
I'm catching up.
Critical. A critical appeared.
God damn it.
Is Drat gonna all Vanguard this? It's like I can hear Akira yelling at him to not all Vanguard it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 triggers currently out of deck, it looks like. And he got it.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What even just occurred?
Are you fucking kidding me?
The sack is too real. Oh,
There are actually no words.
there aren't any.
There are actually no words. And now he blames you because he wants to risk it. Actually,
Well,
no. Actually, no. He didn't declare. He didn't declare. Yeah, he didn't
ha ha
declare.
ha.
So, yeah, he doesn't have to take that.
Yep, he doesn't have to take the crits.
So that's just one damage. Draft fucked up.
Yep. Nope.
No, no, that's not how that works.
That's honestly, in Vanguard ruling, that's not how that works. So
Yeah.
you can't get.
You can't declare now? Now that he's taken the hit?
Unfortunately, though.
That crit disappeared. They both did. But now Ryoken has to guard the other one.
Yep. Unfortunately, that is a thing.
Yeah, the crit disappeared.
Yep.
That's actually how that works.
Vanguard ruling, everybody.
Well, let's just say...
One.
Honestly, no.
Rio's gotten 2 heals out of the deck.
Yeah,
So.
that could very easily just be a heal at the top of the deck. And I'm gonna laugh if it is. I'm going to laugh so hard if that is a heal, because if that is a heal, Rio wins. What the shit?
What?
Got disconnected.
Ha!
It's confirmed. It's 15 minutes.
Jesus Christ. Nova,
Yep.
I don't care what you say, I'm going in.
We can't.
Yeah, no, I should be allowed to go in.
Can't deviate from the order. I
Nova,
know what this is,
at
but
this
we
point,
can't deviate from the order.
Nova, at this point, he's going to sweep. You really want that to happen?
Do you really think he's getting through me?
At this point, with his trigger ratio, yes.
Okay, compare his to mine. Anyway, game 3 is over. Drat freaking won. Good game. I cut out at the end moment, but yeah, it's over.